Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs. I am super happy to be back here. I'm grabbing some of my washes I want to use in this planner, and I'm here to share with you reality. I'm just going to put it out there and be truthful. And I'm sure you guys know hopefully you know I'm pretty straightforward. This is my Llama Michael's Recollection craft planner. I love this planner. Just to share with y'all something happy. We were bringing back our family member from ICU essentially to their place, and I was following the ambulette or the ambulance, the mini ambulance, and we drove by this field where they have llamas, and lately they're on the other side of the field. You never get to see them. And that day I was so exhausted and tired. You know, I hadn't slept for over a week really well, if at all. And and there's a lot of reasons for that. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, woe is me. It's just the way my brain works in these kind of emergencies. And so, anyways, long story short, we drove past the little field of llamas, and there was a baby. There was a juvenile. There were a lot more llamas. And the baby is so sweet. It's very much like this color. It has some like caramel brown and some darker brown. And my youngest, we went one way, came back, parked on the side of the road. We rolled down the window, and my kids know. I just, you know, they're so sweet about it. But I'm like, oh, llama, llama. You know, I'm calling them, and hey, baby. And all of a sudden, the baby looked up, was like, here's our car, here's the fence, here's the mama, here's the baby. And I said, hi, baby. And she put her little head up, and she kept looking over the mama, and I would say, hi, baby, hi, sweetheart. And I would just call her, and she came around, and she came right up to us. And she stayed there. She looked at us for a while, and we were inside our car. I would not, you know. And we had our window down, and I was just talking to her, and she stayed there for the longest time. And the juvenile looked up at us, and, you know, kind of like a teenager looked up at us, Llama, and he kind of, you know, yeah, maybe not. And the mama wasn't threatened. She looked up at me. She wasn't threatened at all, because mamas, you know, can be protective. And she wasn't at all. We didn't get spit at. Nothing happened. And the baby stayed there for the longest time. And then it was like, you know, I knew it was time. And he or she, I think it's a she, went back to her mama and didn't go on the other side of the mama. She stayed on this side of the mama and nuzzled to the mama, looked at us one last time, and we said goodbye, and we drove on. And the day we came in from the hospital, I saw him in the pasture, so that's why I took my daughter by. And we had been by one other time. They weren't there, and just that day. And my youngest was like, you're like the llama whisperer. And I was like, no, no, no. But probably birds and maybe llamas, they tend to come when I call them. And but it was the sweetest just gift from God. And so anyways, love my llamas. So all right, gonna get real, gonna get into this and share with you guys what I've really been doing, which is nothing. I've been really honest with everybody in my planners, and I've wanted you guys to know that everybody has bad days, everybody has bad weeks. I didn't even get the month planned. I got it decorated. So I did get some things done before we had our emergency. And then here's the emergency week. Here's last week. Didn't even get it decorated. So we are going to start new right here. We're going to just enjoy the journey and start right here. So I have some beautiful new washes. I got these at Target. They haven't even been open. They're the Scotch brand. What a shame, right? We're at the end of the time, but that's okay. And I'm not saying I'm going to get a lot, you know, done this week outside of planners, because I just don't know how my days go. I literally keep my phone with me at all times on. I just don't know. And right now, my focus has to be on my family member. No doubt she is terminal, and I go and be with her as much as I can. And then I realize too, I have my family. I need to take care of my family. I need to make sure I just, because everything stops. And you know, it's our youngest daughter's senior year, and she is doing dual credit, so she's really more into college than she is, you know, high school. But you know, it is sentimental, no doubt. And I want to make sure I don't miss any of that. So, and, you know, my children have learned how to serve. They have shown up. They have helped. Alzheimer's is ugly. It's never fun. And there's just nothing fun about it. And I have to say that our children have known what it was to love somebody in a way when they're not at their best. So anyways, long story short, that's what we've been doing. And so when I get things, crafts done, it's such a blessing. It's so therapeutic for me, no doubt. But I'm also realistic that I can't sit here and do crafts if I think that person needs me there. So, you know, I just try to keep the balance. So I am literally doing this all with washi. You guys have seen me do this before, and that's what I'm going to do today. I am happy with that. I love this washi. I just absolutely think it's gorgeous. And I am super, whoops, I am not cutting that at the right angle because I'm sitting here with the camera here. So I apologize. Let me get that better. Actually, I think I have more than one, yeah. But I am enjoying this moment right now. My husband was super sweet, went twice, which is very rare. But she was asleep, and I, of course, talked to the nurses a couple of times already. But and I'm going, we were making our pesto today for the winter. We always put it up, and I usually do it in September, and with the family emergency, I just couldn't this year. So God was gracious and let it last. It never lasts until November. I mean, I gotta tell you, it has never, ever, ever lasted that long. And I'm gonna let you know, God is amazing, because we got an amazing harvest out of it. And I made, oh gosh, I don't know how many pounds. We were laughing because it was so heavy. And so I'm going to take some to our family member and see if that tastes good, because things don't taste good right now. So, but I got that done. I've got a fresh from scratch, yummy, yummy, yummy spaghetti sauce. And I did it. It's been slow cooking all day on the stovetop, and it is yummy. I'm making my family French bread pizza tonight, and ooh, that one has more white in it. That's kind of neat. And I'm making that tonight for dinner, and and I've made enough that I could put some up and take some to our family member, and that's the whole goal, right? Is just to make sure that everybody has what they need at any point. And I like making and putting a few things up if I can, and of course the pesto we make, I don't know how many gallons of it we make. It looks, if I think about it, it's probably at least 3 gallons of pesto. And I'm going to send some back with my oldest daughter. And our son is, this is not casein free, so this is not his pesto right now. If I can, I'll try to make some for he and his wife later. My youngest had started it and put all the cheese in first, so because usually I pull some out and section it out and make the, you know, casein-free version, but this time it just didn't happen, and that's okay. I mean, seriously, that's okay. She was being sweet enough to help me. So anyways, I do like this. I probably don't like that that's so white and that's so the other, but you know what, it's okay, right? It's just for me. And I love this planner. I do separate this planner out, and I am going to use, just a second, I'll show you what I'm going to use to separate a little bit more here. And I love this. This is so cute. I love this. I love Scotch washi. It's a great washi. It comes up, it lays down nicely, it holds nicely, it's easy to work with. It's not cheap. You know, I mean, we all have cheap washi. But it works very well, and I'm always so thankful for it. So I am going to actually just keep separating. I was going to use something else, but I think I'm just going to keep separating with this. Why reinvent the wheel? This week, I am going to start. I have not even started my Christmas presents yet, which that bothers me. But, you know, again, just keeping perspective of what's important right now. And time with my family actually 2 of them that have been so ill, is so important. And yeah, I mean, God redeems that time, you know. And ironically today, somebody came and bought our old camper to make a bird coop out of it. And my husband was like, well, that's what I was thinking I was going to do with it. But our city has kind of decided that we can't do that, even though it's for chickens. We were going to make a chicken coop out of it, or poultry. So we're just going to let this fella have it. And so a little bit of extra cash came in, and that's so nice for us. We're feeling kind of cash poor right now, and so it was kind of one of those wonderful blessings. You're just kind of like, wow, really? So hold on one second, guys.